Breaking news from overseas, the death toll continues to climb as rescue crews are desperately trying to find and save people still trapped beneath the rubble after that intense earthquake. It rocked Italy, and the last count we saw, 38 people reportedly dead, and reports are pouring in about people still trapped beneath the homes in a couple of towns in central Italy. A 6.1 earthquake there hitting around 3 o'clock local time.
Those towns about as far apart as Nashville and Hendersonville, by the way. At least 2 bodies have been found in the town north of Amatrice. The magnitude 6.1 quake reportedly leveled that town. The mayor says the town, quote, isn't here anymore. And just within the last hour, we've learned a magnitude 6.8 earthquake has hit Myanmar. Myanmar sits between Bangladesh and Thailand. No word yet on any deaths there or injuries, but we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more.
All right, close to home now. 2 men behind bars accused in an overnight robbery spree. News Channel 5's Sophie Nielsen-Colding is getting their names, and you're at the Delta Express. That's one of the places that was last hit, according to police. Right, Sophie?
That's right. The two took off with cigarettes and cash from this store here on Harding Place, but actually police caught them 10 minutes after they left this gas station. Here's how it all started. Apparently these 2 men around midnight robbed at least one person on Murfreesboro Pike. They went somewhere else and tried to rob another person, but they didn't have any money, or said they didn't have any money, so the 2 men left. Then they came to this gas station. You can see shortly after they left, police were here, hot on their trail. They got a good description of these guys, got a good description of their vehicle. Apparently they were wearing bandanas and dark clothing, went into the gas station with guns, demanded money, and the store clerk handed over that cash to them. Luckily everybody's okay, but police were searching the area for that suspect vehicle and pulled them over pretty quickly after they left, and they found evidence inside that car that linked them to this string of robberies. Those names, by the way, Javier Ortega and Adelaide Alvarado, 5 and 4 counts respectively of aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. So they are in jail right now, and police are trying to wrap up this case. Live in South Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Hey, Sophie, thanks. More than 6 months after a man was murdered in front of his teenage daughter, 2 suspects are now behind bars. And Dan Kennedy's been following the new developments from overnight. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning to you, Amy. One of those suspects, a woman, was arrested at her Laverne home last night by detectives here at the Hermitage Precinct. They've been busy the last 6 months putting this case together, getting the facts, and making a case against what ended up being 2 suspects in the murder of Algernon Cross. This is what these are the 2 suspects we're talking about: 38-year-old Latasha Starks and 36-year-old Jerome Sawyers. They both are indicted on first-degree murder charges. Investigators say the victim stopped in a parking lot on Bell Road to buy some pot back in February. He was getting out of his car to talk to those 2 suspects. That's when he was shot in the head. Cross's teenage daughter was there. She witnessed the murder. He, by the way, had multiple felony cocaine convictions, and he was out on parole at the time. Sawyers, the male suspect who was arrested, was on the scene when police got there back in February, and police say he went through the victim's pocket, got something out, and tossed it away in a creek not too far away. They charged him with tampering with evidence at the time, but this morning, that charge has been upgraded to murder. Those 2 waking up in jail. Reporting live at the Hermitage Police Precinct, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
All right, Dan, thank you. More than 1,000 people without power in South Nashville. This was earlier this morning. NES says that a tree fell in an alley near Peachtree Street, and that caused a transformer to actually explode. Businesses along Nolensville Pike from Thompson Lane down were all affected. At this time, more than 100 people are without power, so NES has been working all morning to get that problem taken care of.
A Montgomery County jury has indicted a Cumberland Furnace man for murdering his wife. The Leaf Chronicle reports Benjamin Luck shot Daria Best Luck to death back in May. The 33-year-old claims his wife was holding a knife and threatening to stab him. Investigators say he shot her multiple times with the couple's 3 children in the house. None of the kids was physically harmed.
After nearly a year on the run, the 2 men accused of gunning down a teenager on the TSU campus are now behind bars. Officers arresting Robert Tunstall and Christopher Gatewood Friday over in Memphis. Investigators say the surveillance video shows them shooting Cameron Selman during an argument over a dice game outside of the student center back in October. The 19-year-old was not a student. He was just visiting when he was killed. Selman's mom is now speaking out.
As a mom, you're heartbroken. You feel like you've been trampled on by hundreds of elephants. You know, you don't expect to bury your son. You expect your kids to bury you.
Both men are facing several charges, including murder. They will be brought back to Nashville.
And detectives in Madison are working to confirm the identity of a body found in a ditch there.
Yeah, investigators believe the body is that of the missing 26-year-old woman. It's unclear exactly how she died. She was found Monday night on Hudson Road near Pineywood Acres Drive. We'll keep you updated on that story.
And some brazen bandits on the run right now. So take a look. Police say these guys have been trying to cash in stolen lottery tickets. Investigators say they burst into the Quick Sack on Edge of Lake Drive last month armed with guns. They escaped in a gray Jeep Liberty with cash and an entire display of lottery tickets. So call Crime Stoppers if you recognize them.
The city manager in Murfreesboro would like to put a stop to panhandling. The Daily News Journal reporting that manager Rob Lyons wants to put up signs discouraging panhandling at busy intersections. Those signs would remind panhandlers it's illegal to step onto the street to collect money. The signs would also promote charities that help the homeless. No official measure has been proposed just yet. All right, was she or was she not? Metro Schools says it was Pokemon No. They're denying accusations that a bus driver was caught playing Pokemon Go while driving her bus. Several Facebook posts claim that a camera on the bus, however, caught the incident on the way to H.G. Hill Middle School. Metro Schools tell us that a substitute driver pulled over to look at her phone's GPS for directions, not to play the game, and a disruptive student then started accusing her of playing Pokemon Go. The school board is still investigating, however.